Hi, Anti Society. Welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we're checking out NMIXX Party O'Clock, which makes me excited. That sounds like it's going to be a fun time. NMIXX always throws me a curveball, though. I'm also excited because this whole, EP is called A Midsummer NMIXX Dream, which just makes me intrigued about what we're going to get into because I know that story super well. I did a run of that show way back when I was performing and stuff on stage, but I think that it really fits in with some of the other imagery that they've been pulling from for their music and concept storyline stuff. So I'm very excited to get some more NMIXX. I already like the dreamy vibes we got going on with the pictures. Fun. Oh, come on. Look, I know, okay? I am aware that the vocals in this group are always top notch. And yet, I am gobsmacked every time. Even though I know it doesn't it can't prepare me. You can give me the most predictable thing in the world. You can show me a performance or a song that I know like the back of my hand, and I will still get shivers when I get to one part of whatever that performance is. And I feel like I'm just gonna have to accept that NMIXX is always gonna leave me a little bit speechless. The flip up into those beautiful light vocals. Beautiful. I love this cheer chant thing we have right away. Oh my god, I love the imagery. We have Midsummer Night, right? And we also talk about the forest. Anyone who knows Midsummer Night's Dream, the forest is part of all of that. And I'm assuming we're gonna deal with that, the fairies a little bit more, maybe the lovers, but I was I feel like we're probably gonna be dealing with the forest and all of the magic and enchantments and stuff that come with that. So them even leaning into that with some of the lyrics is also really fun for me. And this escapism, right? With even party, right? Is being leaving your worries behind and stuff. So I that we get this chant moment starting off. Even just sleeping, right? The dream obviously in the title, but also sleeping is when you get some of the spells and stuff that happen that kind of make you see things that aren't actually reality. I say this as someone who played Titania, so I know a little bit about that particular part of it, of falling asleep and waking up to see the world differently. I like that we're getting that imagery pulled into the actual song, and it's not just something that is conceptual for the EP or the visuals or whatever. Really fun delivery. Ugh. Beautiful vocals. Wow, wild synth. Whoa, I feel like you're gonna come at me, and I know I'm song before the drop, but I love the little flip up there and the voice. Gorgeous. Crazy synth that's going there too. We're just starting off no breaks. All right, let's get a little bit of a slowdown there, but it's we're still going full tilt into the song, and I love it. And again, I love that we're getting some of the concepts there. I think that from the reference on the title, I think also this idea of throwing yourself into something without really thinking through the consequences or the ripple effects of it also really fits with the Midsummer Night's Dream. It's that being some of the concept, or even the dream kind of imagery. You can play around so much with that in terms of imagination, but also warped reality. And I think that all really fits with the stuff that they have talked about in previous songs, even with things like Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz, Peter Pan, right? Children's stories is a little more of a more mature growing up reference, but in the similar vein. And all of those stories, this implication at the end that it was a dream and they woke up back into reality, right? So there's this plausible deniability of anything actually happening. It was all just a dream. And of course there's the speech at the end of Midsummer Night's Dream that is if any of this offends you, right? The whole Puck speech at the end. So I like that we're having a bunch of that imagery of let me sneak into your dreams and cast a spell so that you can relax and be part of this kind of magical other world for a little bit. Gorgeous vocals. I don't know how many different ways I can say that, but I feel it needs to be said, and yet I cannot do it justice. Y'all can hear. Shout out. Ooh. Oh my god, all the layered vocals and stuff, the little like vocal run that was in the back there, and it softens out a bunch of the sound. I love the going back and forth between these softer vocals and then again the kind of like chant, shouting but not really vocal. That's super fun. The like answer, shout out, just like it's a dance track but it's got some of these like dreamy elements. There's a little, I don't know what instrument it is, but it's doo doo like in the background, which is super fun too. It just adds a little bit of this like magical flair to all of it. Oh, I bet the choreo was so good too. I need to get back into doing NMIXX. I'm with you, okay? I understand. But there's so many things I need to catch up on in general. Every time I sit down, it's always a fun time. And anyway, love, again, like just that dance beat coming in as well. The little like chime. All the little vocal runs, but I love the way she just like, threw that sound at the end of Avenue. I love the like invitation celebration, like the confetti and everything. Just so much fun with the way that she like delivers her lines. She's so much character. I love it. Fun imagery there. It also be like the password and everything. The bass is crazy too. Lily. Whoa. The little like chimes. I love that we get that NMIXX and then like the switch up in the sound. Sorry, the ad-lib, but also the mixing? Okay. With it, like, travels? Oh, beautiful vocal. Crazy. Like just the sheer number of vocals being all layered up on that one is wild. And then it sounded like, I don't know if it was like a wood or like a creaking sound was in there as well. There's so much going on with the production, but I think we're talking about like forest that fits of again like the trees like around you or whatever. I also love that we have talking about like the forest and everything, obviously because that's like references the play, but it's also referencing like fairy tales in general. There's lots of stories about like forests and even just folklore of forests being like this liminal space where you can cross into like other places, right, by entering into forests. So I love that we're getting some of that given the other imagery that they have as a group and other references that they've made, but it also feels isolating in some ways. Forget the world, like we're just gonna go to like our own little glen and have a moment that's like outside of all of that. We're gonna forget any of the worries. I'm gonna coax you into this place where we could just have fun. It's a super fun dancey track. Like I said, the vocals are just incredible, as they always are. But I like that they take on this role of the like fairy or the other world kind of creatures that are almost like beckoning you into the woods, even though you're like, I probably shouldn't. All the fairy tales are like, don't go into the woods. When there's usually some kind of creature. I'm connecting more to like Celtic mythology where you have the other world and like she and stuff, but having these otherworldly creatures that are going to try and like, trick you into crossing that threshold into another world, or even going into like fairy folk and stuff where you can't like eat the food or participate in like certain things because they're trapped there or like indebted there. That makes me really excited to see what the imagery is going to be, right? Like the characters that they play and how they might be brought back into this world, right? Are they playing those kind of fey creatures, or is it them kind of being brought in to that world and swept up in all of it? I'm so excited for these visuals. Also, didn't we end the last album with the home? So also I'm like, I feel like we're gonna get coaxed back into the other world of some kind. Right? Like we're home now. They're such cutie pies already. Oh no, wait, they're so cute already. All the like poses and stuff. Are we getting invited to the party? It's like skipping. Whoa, the transition. Whoa, I love the transition. Was it like a door opening? Again, like a liminal space of crossing over. I love that they were all like moving their hands out of the way. So you was like going through and then having all the arms behind to create that like image behind her. Wow, with the like flow of the hands. Whoa. Ooh, transition. Love that kick. That's cute. The like watch. That's cute. Whoa. Whoa, I love the little like wrist move like they were doing. That's super fun. We have the kind of like creaking noise there already, but the like fishbowl imagery that we're getting is also interesting. The aquatic imagery with them, but then too like almost feeling like trapped, right? Like feeling like you're stuck in like this one place and what you actually want to do is escape. And again, going back to the imagery that we had in home of I don't want to be stuck in a place, but home is like when I'm like traveling around and stuff. So I think it's really interesting to see how we're continuing some of that imagery. They're so adorable. I love that. Ooh. The Wind was a paid actor there. The transitions are fun too. Whoa, that was so smooth. I love all the speed up. I love all the like speed up and slow down because it like feels like this warping of time, which again going into like dreams, right? We're having some of these transitions that feel like some of that dream logic of like just like switching between different scenes. Obviously with a K-pop music video, you're going to be like editing between a lot of scenes anyway, but I love getting some of those slowdowns and everything because I feel like it really just has it like warping, or even the like graphics of like warping the visuals of the screen is also really fun. But the way that we're just like really smoothly transitioning between different scenes is adding to that feeling that I got listening to the song of just like having all of this momentum with it. I love following that movement with her eyes, because the eye to eye. Oh, the two party. Fun. The little like blink on it. So cute. Love that. I know we're aggressive now. Ooh, good transition for who was front. The sass too. Whoa, the aquatic imagery again. Ooh, that was fun. The little step out of the line. Wow, the lean back hurts me. That's cute, little hand off. Cutie pies. We ended in the forest though. Hoping the bubbles also interesting. Ooh, we got more stuff. Okay. Portal. Oh. Oh. Was that a boat? Hang on. We going on a pirate ship? Hello? All right. Trippy at the end. Okay. So many things. One, I feel like we had a preview. Two, I feel like we ended off still in like the forest, but also we have the aquatic imagery, right? So like water, forest, but like again, these kind of liminal spaces, right? A lot of the time you'll have references to like water, ocean, coastlines and stuff also being like a like similar like liminal space crossing over point. So I think that it's really fun to integrate that in, right? Like obviously they have the aquatic imagery with just them as a group, but there's so much fun. I like the choreo that I was getting to see. I definitely have to check out more of their choreo stuff, like just watching the dancing, because it's always super fun. They're so adorable. Like their facial expressions while they're performing, I'm like, y'all are just so cute. I'm just sitting here smiling because they're so adorable. But I love so much of the imagery in this. It isn't pulling like a ton from Midsummer, like the play in terms of visuals. Obviously we have the flowers and some of the like fairy nod to some of the styling, but I think that's like intentional. I think it's more about like the concept that we're going for, and it definitely feels, because we ended with them kind of seeing this like portal opening up, that this was all like them kind of dreaming of this or remembering it, previous adventures and things like that, which I also think is really interesting given the story that I felt they were going on with the previous album of like almost coming of age, right? A lot of the stories of like Alice in Wonderland is like a coming of age story. Peter Pan is definitely a coming of age story where it's about transitioning in a liminal space yourself of like child and adult. And I feel like that's where they're talking about in this part of their storytelling, is like, how do we get from these kind of like children's stories about like how do I grow up to beyond that of almost being trapped in reality in a lot of ways, right? We have the fishbowl of feeling like you're stuck in place, going around in circles in the same place instead of adventuring again, and the adventures are like stuck in your head. Even the platform that they were performing on, I know that's something that comes up in K-pop a lot, but I think that the symbolism of being stuck in this one area instead of traveling around is also interesting, right? To have all that together in this music video. Super fun. Loved it. I need to make more time to do NMIXX stuff. I know, okay, I'm with you, but there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff in general, not just NMIXX. It's fine. Super fun song, like I said. Love the sound of it. I love how it's got this fun like dance beat, and then you have all these like cheering, like chant vocals in it. Phenomenal vocals. Loved a little bit of choreo that I got to see as well. And I definitely thought that they were going to be leading into some of the more like fairy imagery, or at least like the concept of the fairies in Midsummer Night's Dream in terms of the story, because it's about crossing over into this magical place and playing with like illusions and dreams and stuff like that. But it does make me interested to know what we're going to get for the other song on this roller coaster and how that's going to go visually. I don't know if the ship at the end is a reference to that or the next comeback, because I don't know what order they came out in. I'm just going the order that they're in the albums. But I love a good pirate story, so I'm here for it. Anything has to do with pirates sailing, let's go, especially with the water imagery and stuff that they have in their videos. But super fun. Like, I end up just smiling so much in NMIXX videos because I'm like, y'all are so adorable. You're just having fun. It's all like bright and colorful, and I'm just like, y'all are so cute and talented that I'm just like having a good time. Oddly proud, even though I was not there for any of this. It's fine. But it makes me super excited to listen to the roller coaster and get into more of their music. I know that I need to get back into listening to them, getting to new stuff more regularly. I listen to the stuff I've already heard, but I hope you enjoyed listening to that along with me. You can click this playlist to go through my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to miss next time I post an NMIXX reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.